Nicola Sturgeon would likely seek substantial German investment to prop up an independent Scotland, and could also be tempted to turn to China or Russia, a former UK diplomat has claimed, and Adrian Hill fears the net result could be a failed state on the UK's doorstep. Mr. Hill was speaking to Express after an analysis by Professor David Blake, in which he suggested independence would leave Scotland £300 billion in the red, at a conservative estimate. As a result, Mr. Hill, 82, a former officer in the Royal Engineers who among other diplomatic posts worked as a member of the Channel Tunnel team at the Foreign and Commonwealth Office and the Cobra Committee of the Cabinet Office, suggested Ms. Sturgeon would urgently need to secure alternative sources of investment, with all the associated risks. With references to Germany, which he suggested would be Scotland's preferred choice, he said, "I think if they were trying to invest in Scotland they would either give them loans, lend them money on pretty strict terms, or they would buy stuff. There is nothing to stop anybody investing in Scotland, just like the Chinese have been snapping up small high-tech firms overseas to get their technology because it's much cheaper than them working it out themselves." Referring to the prospect of a nation divorced from the safety net provided by being part of the UK, Mr. Hill said, "The Scottish nationalists present Scottish history as the previous 500 years were some kind of gold age, but in the last 300 years before the Acts of Union 1707, Scottish history was dreadful. I mean, there are not many capital cities you can go to and you can see where the Queen's secretary and advisor was murdered in the next room to her bedroom. The history is that they overreach themselves eventually and there's a massive financial crisis because it's a small country trying to act as though it's a big one. And therefore they need big partners to foot the bills or at least act as a cushion. Therefore Nicola Sturgeon, as the First Minister of an independent Scotland, would be tempted to accept and even solicit heavy German investment," Mr. Hill said. He added, "The trouble is, how is that going to work, or is it going to be via the new mighty EU superstate?